Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another RushKit video for you, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Kingston HyperX memory, and this is the new HyperX Black. Now you may not think, oh, it's got a black PCB on it, and you may not think that that is such a big deal, but Kingston is one of the companies that has still been producing their memory sticks with green PCBs. This is HyperX, you can see DDR3. We've also got some HyperX Lovo here. That's green PCB. The Genesis that they did with the grey and the blue also had a green PCB as well. But what they're starting to do is roll out the modules now with a black PCB, which for the majority of people, this can never be a bad thing. If we have a look round, you can see it's got a lovely machined metal heatsink on the side. Memory doesn't really get that hot and need a heatsink, but obviously it looks a lot more prettier on the eye, and obviously it can fit in with your system a lot better. You can see that you've got the HyperX glinty logo there, which is machined metal as well. It's actually raised like an embossed type thing, and then with just a printed black. Now these memory sticks are 1600 megahertz, and they're Cas9, so they're 99924 memory timings at 1.65 volts. There are other ones with 99924 at 1.5 volts. There's also some 101010 sticks at 1.5 volts. So there's a selection of speeds out there. One thing that I do need to kind of remind you is if you buy a 1600 speed kit like this, you will need to go into the BIOS, and you can either use the XMP memory profile, which will be stored on the stick, but you need to enable it in your BIOS so it will clock the memory up to 1600 and set the memory timings and voltage for you. Or you can do it yourself, and it is quite easy because you just need to know your memory speed, which for these is 1600, memory timings, which for these is 99924, and then your memory voltage, which for these is 1.65 volt. And it really is, once you get in there and have a look around, it is very, very simple to set up. But obviously with these being a sexy black kit, it's alright me showing you in the box and having them in your hand, but you're going to want to see them in a motherboard, aren't you? Okay then peeps, so I've got it just in a motherboard just to show you what they can look like in there. And the motherboard that we're using is a Gigabyte UP4. It's a Z77 board. Perfect type of memory for this board because it's dual channel. Obviously you could use this in one of your AMD boards or something if you wanted to as well. Trinity or even the FX CPUs. I'm just making sure they're all clipped in now. But as you can see that HyperX logo there glistening in the light. Does look quite nice there. It's quite an understated memory kit as well. Fits in with the understated kind of nature of the board as well, because this board's only obviously got a couple of little flashes of blue on it, and it's mainly black and grey, so the memory fits in really nicely with that. And the idea was that I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of what it could look like in your rig as well. Kingston memory is well renowned for performing quite well as well. 1600 megahertz is what I would call nowadays an entry level speed as well. I don't regard a 1333 kit as being for a performance system, and that's anyone that's probably built it themselves should be using 1600 megahertz and up. If you're a gamer, I would say 8 gigabyte is a great starting point. Don't really need to be using 4 nowadays for anything, especially if you're going to be using it, like I said, with a rig like this, maybe going to have, you know, a dedicated graphics card in there and stuff. You probably are going to be wanting to think about 8 gigabyte. Prices are very, very competitive now as well compared to the older days when it used to be really expensive to you know, buy your memory kits. You can pick kits like this up now for under £50. So like I said, great. And then also the fact that they are actually starting to really look the part now also really helps as well. I love the way that glistens in the studio lights. But anyway, that's enough from me. We've seen how this looks in the rig. We're not going to be doing a full in-depth review on this. Where it is one of the lower end kits, it really doesn't matter, and for the price and stuff, you're not going to expect it to blow doors off. You just want it to work well and last, and Kingston are well renowned for that. And should, worst case scenario, anything does go wrong, their RMA procedures are pretty foolproof as well. But for now at least, this is Tiny Tom Logan with another RushKit video for you. Out.